This is the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards. Welcome to another episode. This is where we celebrate powerful voices, fearless artists, and the women redefining heavy music across the globe. Today, we are heading to Athens, Greece to welcome a band that blends modern metal weight, electronic atmosphere, and groove-driven intensity into something truly their own. They've shared stages with Slipknot, Evanescence, Ginger, Sepultura, and so many more, crushed major European festivals, and dropped one of the most talked about modern metal records of the past few years. We're talking about Project Renegade, and joining us today from Greece, their powerhouse frontwoman, Marianna. Welcome to the Metal Queens podcast.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. So, Project Renegade started in Athens with you and Odie at the core. What was the
hmm
original vision when this band first came together?
Um, the truth is that there wasn't exactly a vision, only that we wanted to do something in a more professional way and in a way that was reflecting more of our style and of our musical, inspirations. That's why the name came from that because we at first we were just viewing it as a project, so that kind of stuck with us, and we were just saying, okay, let's do something for this project and write a song about this project. So that became the first half of our name also. But at first, we weren't sure what we wanted out of it, if we wanted it to be, like a full-on band. But then slowly we started to finding the members of Project Renegade, and we went on, like having a full-on band, several albums, and going, on live shows and stuff like that. But at the beginning, we weren't sure what we wanted out of it, and we weren't sure how far we wanted that to go. So it started as an idea, and then organically, I think, because of of circumstances and of one step, going after the other, we it became what it is today.
Mariana, how did metal music come into your life, and when did it come into your life?
Mm, I think if I remember correctly, in the tender years of teenage, for 13, 14, something like that. I think it was through a friend of mine who showed me. I don't remember which band exactly, but I something like more like gothic rock, gothic metal, something like that. And I heard it, and I was really, 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 impressed, and I found a connection, an emotional connection with that type of music, in those years. So from that band, I started, finding other bands and bands that influenced those bands that I was hearing, at that time. So I would say that the journey, yeah, I think it began around my teenage years.
Now, Greece has such a rich metal underground scene. How did the local scene shape the sound of this band and mindset early on?
Although the Greek scene is a very, it has a lot of bands and it has like a lot of underground, scene that goes around. To tell you the truth, the Greek scene didn't influence us at all. Um, our inspiration comes mostly from bands from the US and the UK, and all those bands that became famous during the 90s, 2000s era. But the Greek scene is mostly focused on stoner rock and black metal.
Mm.
Uh, uh, Type of bands. So those are genres that are not, for sure, not incorporated in our type of music and in our aesthetics in general. So yeah, I would say that the Greek scene didn't define our sound, and most of the times we kind of felt like a little bit like some fish out of water here. But that's cool. There is like a type of uh, right now of more bands that are kind of shifting in a more modern style here also. But during the early days of, in 2017 or something like that, that we actually started, dabbling in the Greek metal scene, I would say that there were very few bands that, if any, that were close to our sound.
Marianna, your vocals shift between raw aggression and emotional depth too. How do you decide what a song needs vocally?
It depends on the emotion that the song wants to express, and how heavy the sound it is. There are, in a more melodic song that is a little bit more emotional and more, aiming to have a deep or sad or, melancholic feeling. I wouldn't say that growling stuff are, at least to my in my opinion, that suit those songs. But in angrier songs and songs that you want to like have an intensity to them, and add all that elements, heavier songs, angrier, more raw in a way, I believe that that more, like heavy and distorted sound is more suitable. So it depends on what we want to express with the song and how the energy of the song flows.
Ultra Terra received massive international acclaim since its release. The single Token, it actually charted here in the U.S. And what did that recognition mean to you as a European band?
It was it was a really nice surprise, to being able to cross over from Europe to the US and have our sound, like make an impact in there. It was the first time that we actually managed to do something like that, so it was really special for us, and it means that we can kind of, like starting thinking about the other side of the continent. We really want to go there one day and play live shows in the US. So it kind of shows that maybe we have like an opportunity in the future to do that, and have some people who will know us there, who want to support our band and who will want to come and see us live.
Project Renegade's videos are really visually intense and very concept driven. How involved are you in shaping the visual identity of the band?
100% involved.
So you call the shots there.
Yeah. Me, Odie, and for the last videos, our guitar player Philip. We had we just decide everything. We The concept, the execution, the style, the clothes, the way that's gonna be filmed, the locations, everything from the smallest to the to the biggest detail. Um, Everything goes through the band. Everything is a realization of the vision of the band and what we want to to achieve through every video. And sometimes we say that we wouldn't want to be so much involved because it's exhausting having to think about every detail. But we are really happy when our vision and our what we have in our mind becomes like a reality. And we are really proud because we have evolved on that on that part of of the band, on the visuals and on the videos and all of that. And it's also kind of fun and a very creative way to also express our aesthetics in a more visual way apart from the music. So you know um, I really like the creative part of the videos. I don't like the execution because most of the time it involves me doing choreography for several months, or trying crazy stuff
Mm.
are physically very, very, very demanding. Uh, but the creativity is really, really, really nice, and we actually enjoy the whole process in the end.
Mariana, you shared stages with some absolute giants, Slipknot, Evanescence, Within Temptation, Ginger. Any moments that really stayed with you?
Mm, Mostly not so much on stage, but backstage, because
Mm.
they're funny and like weird experiences that you may have backstage. I think one of the most surreal things that I've experienced is, when we played with Evanescence, which is one of my favorite bands. You are singing in front of like thousands of people, and then you just go like that on the side stage, and you see like Amy Lee holding her tea and
Mhm.
just watching the show, and you're like, why, how did that happen? I mean, it's like, you see some bands and some singers and musicians in general, since you were like a kid, and then you get to play with them and share stage with them. That's like a dream come true. Like it's an out of body experience. I cannot like explain it in detail how you feel. It just doesn't feel real, but it is real. And
Yeah.
you know we are very lucky to have you know shared the stage with such great bands that are the bands that have influenced our sound also. And But yeah, I would say that is one of the top moments that I can think of.
Yeah, that's got to be a special feeling. That's one of the tours I'm looking forward to seeing this year. Evanescence, Poppy, and Spirit Box together.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
amazing.
That's going to be great. We're getting it here where I live, not far from where I live here in the United States in June. One of the, yeah, many tours I am looking forward to this year. A lot of good ones. New music. So, are you guys working on new music? And
Yeah.
what's the plan for this year?
Yes, we are releasing, hopefully this year, most likely this year, the third full-length album. It's a different album than before. We have concluded everything regarding the recordings and the production and all that stuff. We are just preparing now the songs in order to send them over to our producer for mixing. And we are really excited because this is a bit of a it's a lot it has it's very different than the previous albums. We are taking a huge gamble here for this one, and we are excited and kind of I don't want to say fearful, but excited, I would say, to see if that gamble pays off.
Hmm. And what about plans for touring this year?
Because of the album right now, we are really focused on finish that up because we want to have new material to show to people and to play because it's been since 2023, I think, that Ultra Terra was released. It's a lot of time, and we don't want to rush things and just go on another tour with old stuff. So we prefer to just focus right now on finishing the album, and then with fresh material to go on tour, maybe from autumn and onwards. We have some festivals for the summer, of course, but for a full-on tour, I think we are talking about after autumn 2026.
Hmm. Who does most of the writing in the band? Is it you and Odie, or is it a collaboration between all of you?
Now it's Odie and me. Especially Odie, he write, for example, for this album, he wrote all of the music, everything. I write the vocals and the lyrics. So it's us two mostly. In the previous albums, we also had input from our guitar players. But for this one, we just went on, and it was just the two of us.
What do you do in Greece when you're not recording music or performing? What do you do for fun to get away from it?
For fun, in a personal, note, I like very much to go to the movies. Um, Also, I like traveling. So I aim to go, especially because I have a dog. I like to go to places where there are forests and mountains because he likes all that. So I'm trying to get away with him as much as possible. Books, whatever is creative and it has like a connection with art is something that we like. just art and nature, and of course the sea because we have so much of it
Yes.
here.
Oh yeah.
So we
Yes.
love it.
What is I always ask Greek artists this, of course, and I'm Italian, so I'll ask the Italian artists too. Favorite Greek food?
Favorite Greek food, souvlaki,
Ah,
of course.
for me, it's spanakopita.
Oh yeah, spanakopita is one of the Oddi's one of the most favorite foods for Oddi.
Yeah. Ah, very nice. Well, Marianna from Project Renegade, they're busy working on new music and hope to have a release later this year. So look out for that and check out their latest album, Ultra Terra. Stream the videos for Token, the new Joker, Blood Witch, and more. They got a lot of videos up there and catch them live too whenever they hit your city. And if you're over in Europe too, because this band is an absolute force on stage. And follow Project Renegade on social media for more updates on the upcoming new releases. You're going to be releasing singles before the album comes out, right?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
bunch of singles?
we
Okay.
we have already lined up. We have recorded a music video for our first single. We are now recording a second one for the second single. But yeah, we're gonna have some singles before the full length just drops.
All right. So look out for that as well. And as always, support women in metal. Mariana, thank you so much for joining me from Athens, Greece.
Thank you very much. It was an honor being in your podcast.
Thank you. It was great to have you. And thank you for watching and for listening to the Metal Queens podcast. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, write a review. I will talk to you again next time. I'm Steve Richards.